For decades and decades, if not even longer, people have been preaching that the Armageddon is near. We are living in the end of days, the end times, if you will. And even though I don't necessarily agree with all of that, it damn sure looks like it sometimes, right? You got all of these wars breaking out across the world, and it's only going to get worse from here. You got people eating people in the middle of the street in Haiti. You got volcanoes erupting, major earthquakes in places like Taiwan and New York. And now we gotta worry about freaking super horny, super over-sexual zombie cicadas crawling into our buttholes. I am dead serious. I know that it sounds like a joke. I know it sounds funny. I know it sounds like something out of a South Park episode, but no, this is 2024. And apparently for the first time in over 200 years, America is about to be overrun by cicadas. But not just any normal cicadas. These cicadas are overly sexual, hypersexualized zombie cicadas. So in other words, if cicadas weren't already bad enough, now we have to worry about super horny zombie cicadas. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the next threat that we are facing. We survived the earthquakes, the wildfires. We survived the solar eclipse. But the cicadas, the horny zombie cicadas, they're coming. Let's go ahead and take a look at this headline, shall we? Hypersexual zombie cicadas infected with bizarre STD fungus will emerge in the U.S. Oh my God, sorry. I honestly feel bad. This whole time in this video, I was telling you all that you gotta worry about super horny zombie cicadas, when in fact you have to worry about super horny zombie cicadas infected with STDs. How can this get any worse? How can this get any worse? Honestly, I know this is kind of funny, but this is terrifying, right? Like, this is terrifying. Out of everything we've seen happen recently, I thought the bridge collapses were scary. I have not been able to drive over a bridge the same way since. But man, oh man, super horny STD zombie cicadas takes the cake, I think. But I don't want to jinx myself and speak too soon. Because, what is it, April? It's only April, folks. It's only April. We're like four months into 2024. How can things get worse than this? I don't know. But they will. That's the bad part. Understand that what we're seeing now is nothing compared to what's to come. But let's go ahead and dive into this article and learn about these zombie STD cicadas. These loudmouth bugs will soon be brainwashed horn dogs. A creepy sexually transmitted fungus is expected to morph millions upon millions of cicadas into hyper horny zombies by hijacking their bodies so they'll spread the infection in parts of the U.S. this spring, according to scientists. The horror movie style fungal pathogen known as Massapora cicadina will cause the insects mate like crazy in parts of the Southeast and Midwest. As record numbers of the noisy bugs emerge from the ground, an expert told CBS. The fungus causes a white, chalky plug to burst through the insects' backsides, taking over their brains and causing their genitals to fall off. It then acts as a puppet master by sending a flood of adrenaline to help males pose as females in order to pass the infection through sex. In that way, the fungus is sexually transmissible. So it spreads like an STD, Matthew Casson, an associate professor of mycology and forest pathology at West Virginia University, says, there's this hypersexualized behavior. So males, for example, they'll continue to try and mate with females unsuccessfully because, again, their back end is just fungus and their genitals have already fallen off. Oh my God. But they'll also pretend to be females to get males to come to them. And that doubles the number of cicadas that an infected individual comes in contact with. Periodical cicadas spend most of their lives underground, popping up every 13 or 17 years depending on the breed. This year, 2 species of cicadas will emerge, likely between late April and June, causing trillions of the bugs to swarm the states simultaneously for the first time in more than 200 years. Brood XIX will pop up in states such as Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Louisiana, Tennessee, and Virginia. Brood XIII, by contrast, will appear in Illinois, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Both species are vulnerable to the strange infection. The cicada continues to participate in normal activities, like it would if it was healthy. Like it tries to mate, it flies around, it walks on plants, yet a third of its body has been replaced by fungus. That's really kind of bizarre. Male cicadas generally make a humming sound to attract female mates, while lady insects flick their wings to show that they want to get busy. But the zombie fungus makes males flick their wings for a same-sex gay hookup. It's not clear if the infection will affect other wildlife or humans, but thousands of compounds can become infected. We know that a lot of animals are gobbling up these cicadas as they're emerging. Snakes, birds. It is possible they're having an effect on the animals that eat them. Yes, it is very possible. Scientists suspect spores from the fungus lay dormant in the soil before infecting cicadas underground. Overall, less than 5% of the trillion cicadas expected to emerge will be infected by the fungus, he said. All right, so we have a bunch of gay, STD infected zombie cicadas that are about to swarm America any moment now. We're already smack dab in the middle of April. They said anywhere between April, June, July. Man, we're right in the middle of it. You guys were probably watching this video somewhere right now. Someone's in their living room watching this video. But they hear this humming sound. And they're like, what is it? Then they're going to slowly pull back the curtain, look out the window, and see thousands upon thousands of homosexual, zombie, super horny cicadas ready to, Lord knows what they're ready to do, okay? I don't know what these things are capable of. But the scariest part is not that they're super horny or that they're zombies. That's scary. The scariest part is what they said at the end. That, yeah, we're going to have trillions. They said trillions, y'all. Not thousands, not millions, not billions. Trillions of cicadas, right? So you're going to have millions of these things infected with this, whatever this thing is. The scary part is that, now all of a sudden we're going to have all of these animals eating these cicadas. Birds are going to be eating the cicadas. You're going to have chickens eating the cicadas. Everything you can think of, fish, everything is going to be eating these zombie-infected gay cicadas. And I don't know if it's going to turn them gay or it's going to turn them into zombies or they're just going to get super horny. But who knows what can happen here? It's a recipe for disaster. Because who knows? Maybe everything that eats one of these cicadas will become a horny zombie as well. And if zombies aren't scary enough for you, horny zombies should be, right? I know some people, they're like, I'm not really scared of zombies because usually they walk slow and, they don't really have a brain. Well, imagine if they're super horny. And their only drive is to, our only drive is to mate. That's the last thing you want to deal with is a bunch of horned out zombies, let alone horned out zombie insects and animals, deer, mice, freaking snakes, birds, hawks, you name it. Hopefully this stuff doesn't spread, but Lord knows. I don't care what people say. And people will say a lot. But there was a time, kids these days might not understand this. There was a time where we weren't worried about stuff like this. And people will try to pretend, no, things were always this way. No, they weren't. There was a time where there weren't plane crashes every day, bridges collapsing, factories exploding, gay zombie cicadas taking over America. There was a more peaceful time than this. And, like I said at the beginning of the video, people say the Armageddon is near. We're living in the end of days. Man, it damn sure looks like it sometimes when you read these headlines, especially when it comes to the gay zombie cicadas. But, I don't think I could talk about this any longer because I'm going to wind up saying something that's going to get me canceled. Also, this is just too utterly bizarre, and I'm kind of freaking out right now. I thought I heard a buzzing sound outside of my door. I'm going to go check on that, okay? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you want to donate, you can donate Cash App, super thanks. Drop a thumbs up, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And go make sure that you're safe from the zombie gay cicadas.